Thank you for joining me. Hello, hello. It's Dr. Dawn, Chicago's own board certified OBGYN. I am here today. We are on day 4 of our mini course. So, again, thank you for joining me. I am Dr. Dawn, Chicago's own board certified OBGYN. My mission is to empower women of all ages with pertinent medical knowledge and proactive reproductive health information that will optimize your physical and your mental health. So today, I got it together, y'all. I got it together. I am on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. I am also on YouTube live on all 3 modalities. So my brother and sister would be proud of me. I know they would be. So if you are here with me, let me know. Just kind of drop me a hello in the comments. Let me know you're here, and so I can probably say hello. But I may not be able to see you on Instagram, but I know I'm still here with you guys. So again, Dr. Dawn, Chicago's own board certified OBGYN. I am here on day 4 of the Clever Girl mini course. I put together this mini course as a way for us to get introduced into my book. I wrote this book 3 years ago. It's The Clever Girl Life, a teen guide to positive body image, self-confidence, and life happiness. And because I am a GYN doctor, I also put in a lot of information that I thought young teens should know, preteens, teens, college-age girls, young women. All of us need to know this information. So this is day 4 of the mini course. I quickly will go through what we talked about with day 1 and 2 and 3. So day 1, we talked about what are the basic structures of female anatomy, woman anatomy. And we talked about the external and the internal genitalia, things that I believe all of us should know, because you have to know how to speak correctly about your body so that you can talk to people that are taking care of you, your doctor, your nurses, your midwives, nurse practitioners. When we are taking care of you, it's helpful if you can talk to us about what specifically is happening to you so we can all be on the same page. Hey, Helena, thanks for joining. Premier Sister in the Struggle, a nurse that from back in the day. I don't know if you're still doing what you're doing, but thank you for what you are doing. I won't put you on blast for right now. But anyway, we are on the next is day number 2. Day number 2. On day number 2, we talked about puberty, right? We talked about puberty, what to expect, when does it occur, and what are the things that happen specifically with the girls' bodies. We talked about that. Now, all of these worksheets that I put together are still available. If you look on my down below, you'll see I'll have drdawnobgyn.com Clever Girl 5-day. If you sign up for that, you can get those worksheets. They'll either be sent to you or you'll have a place where you can download them. So you want to get this information, even if you weren't there, you can look at the old videos and get that information. So day 3 was a cool one. We talked about the menstrual cycle. I went through all of the sections of the menstrual cycle, because we have these cycles every month or every 5 weeks or so, but we need to know specifically what's happening, what point is ovulation occurring, when is it not. All of that plays a part in some of the symptoms that we get, so it's helpful to know more so about the menstrual cycle. So day 4 today is what is healthy self-esteem. And I know a lot of people may be saying, hey, why are we even discussing that? And here's the answer. When I am talking to women, when I am talking to young girls, when I'm talking to my teens and preteens, I could tell and I could feel when they're speaking that they have anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety that goes on when women are speaking. Let's see if you can see me. I don't even know if you can see me. You may not be able to see me, huh? Maybe you can. Let's see. I'm just looking here. Yeah, you couldn't see me. That's not cool. That's not good. So anyway, now you can see me hopefully. So we're on day 4. We're on what is healthy self-esteem. And when I am talking to my ladies in the office and I have girls, grown women, it really doesn't matter what age it is. A lot of times you can feel the anxiety coming from them. You can feel that they're just unsure. Please forgive my little puppy. He is not behaving the best. I put him up and he still wants his attention, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So anyway, I think it's important for us to foster healthy self-esteem. When my girls are coming in and my ladies and my preteens or my grown persons, it doesn't matter where they're in menopause, after menopause, before menopause, women can be anxious about themselves. They can be anxious about what's going on in their bodies. They can be anxious about what's going on in their lives. As women, we are taking care of everybody. We're talking about taking care of our significant others. We're taking care of our kids. We're taking care of our parent. We're taking care of the kids down the block. We are always nurturing someone else. And it takes a healthy dose of self-esteem to be able to also take care of yourself. Health is about taking care of yourself. Health is about paying attention to things that are a little different. When you have a little ache, when something is happening that's different for you, you know your body better than I know your body, right? I learned about the body in general, but I have to get to know your body from what you tell me. And so you have to be conscious enough about what's going on with yourself to be able to tell me, hey, doc, I think something's up. I think something's going on. I need you to help me to figure this out. So that is why I say we need to work on healthy self-esteem for our girls, because the esteem that you have for yourself is the esteem that you care for your health. And you're going to seek out healthy behaviors, you're going to seek out a healthy lifestyle, and you're going to stay away from things that are not necessarily good for you if you really care about yourself. And that's what I've learned over doing this 10, 15 years, that women that really are caring about themselves, those are the ones who are in my office early. They're in my office as soon as something is up. And a lot of times when things have kind of progressed and they've gone and it's a little challenging to help them get back to health, we also see that that's occurring with ladies that are not really strong in what they should do for themselves. And oftentimes we have to learn, we have to grow into that. We have to get nurtured from other people. And so my charge tonight is to help us as the caregivers learn how to nurture our girls so that they are able to build that self-esteem. It's not always there right off the bat. A lot of times we build that after experiences that we've had. But it's on us as the nurturers, as the caregivers, to help our girls, give them the experiences they need so they can feel good about themselves. So I just have a real quick worksheet here with a lot of definitions that I kind of went through that really kind of spoke to me about what I feel self-esteem should, or what it looks like. What is healthy self-esteem? Self-esteem is your overall opinion of yourself. It means you like and you love yourself, even when you make a mistake. And that's really important for us to let our girls know, our young girls, our teens, college age, that it does not necessarily mean you are perfect. It doesn't mean you're always going to make the right decision. It means that you're going to give yourself grace and you're going to give yourself compassion when you find that you stumble or you do something that you're not really happy about. With healthy self-esteem, you feel good about yourself no matter the circumstance, and you see yourself as deserving of respect. That I think speaks to me, because a lot of times when we were talking about girls that are coming in to see me, a lot of times they're talking about something that has occurred around the idea of sex. They've either had it or they're interested in doing it. They are in a relationship where it's coming up, and you have to respect yourself, whatever relationship you have, friendship, platonic, or romantic. There has to be a level of respect that you maintain for yourself so that you can stay in a safe situation. High self-esteem is important because it helps you to feel proud, content with, and self-compassionate of yourself. So compassion really is speaking to giving yourself grace, letting yourself be okay with you not being perfect or missing the mark, having a goal that maybe you didn't meet, or maybe you didn't do something as well as you would have liked to, but being okay and say, hey, instead of getting down on yourself, saying, you know what, I really didn't do as well as I'd like, but at least I'm in the game. At least I'm trying. And I know that next time when this situation presents itself, I'll be able to think back on this situation and do a little bit differently and do a little bit better for myself. Self-esteem gives you the courage to try new things and expect good things to happen. So a lot of times, if we're afraid, if we're not sure of what we want to do, we won't try. We won't try it. We won't go forward. We won't make a move. We kind of sit and we're kind of static. And that might happen for a moment. That might happen for days, weeks. You know, if you're really unsure about something, it could take you a while before you step forward and do what it is you've been challenged to do. As you build confidence and if you have more esteem in yourself as a person overall, then you're able to make those baby steps toward hitting that goal that you put in front of yourself. Let's see. So positive self-esteem gives us the strength and flexibility to take charge of our lives and grow from our mistakes without fear of rejection. So a lot of times with our young girls, they're dealing with making friends, how to choose their friends, how to choose people that are in their corner, and they may not know. And a lot of times they are basing their relationships on relationships that they see modeled in front of them by either their parents or their aunts or family members. And so sometimes it can be challenging for them to really figure out what is a positive relationship versus something that's adverse for them, especially if they're not necessarily getting the model that they need to have healthy relationships, not just romantic, but platonic too. So we have to, as a group, kind of bond together and help our girls feel comfortable with talking to us so they'll be able to kind of throw questions out and get an understanding of how to maintain a level of respect and compassion when they're going through things. So that really means we have to try to maintain a level of communication with our young girls. And that can be challenging at times. You may not necessarily know the right words to use. I think the key is just to let our girls know that we care for them and that we want them to come and talk to us when they feel they can. Hey, Tiki, thanks for joining. Have our girls come and talk to us when they feel that they can. So if they are going through something, they can share that with us, you know. And I think the key is not to necessarily say, hey, I have all the answers, but I'm willing to listen. You know, I can't say that I have the answer that that you necessarily want to hear, but I'm willing to listen and I'm willing to help you kind of figure out what would be best for you. Because I think the key is to help our girls learn how to honor and be comfortable with the decisions that they make and not necessarily always look for someone else to make a decision or tell them what to do. They have to be comfortable with finding out what it is what's good for them and what they want to do and being true to that. So helping our clever girls develop self-esteem often means working to mirror it within ourselves. So our girls are watching us. They're looking at how we're making decisions. They're looking at how we're interacting with people. They're looking at how we're interacting with other women in our lives, our friends, our aunts, our cousins, our people we work with, people we go to church with. They are really watching how we're interacting. And so if we want our girls to move and act with self-respect and self-esteem, we have to start with ourselves, you know, and we have to make sure we're modeling it towards other people so that they know that that's important. You know, when we are in a restaurant and there's a waitress there, how are we interacting with that person? How are we interacting with the person who's maybe the salesperson at the store? Like, well, we're not really at the stores like we would want to be because of lovely COVID, but you know what I mean? When people who are in the service industry are working with us, how are we behaving towards them? Those are things that are indices on how we treat people. And we have to be sure that we are not telling them one thing and then behaving a different way. So we have to model self-esteem so that they know what it is. So nurturing confidence in our clever girls can begin with helping them to feel confident in their ability to do well. And most times, a lot of times, the first time that they get a chance to do well is in school. So the thing to do is to try to motivate them to do things in school that they enjoy. Some of us like, you know, reading a lot of books and getting into, you know, certain classes. We may like math, we may like science. That was my thing. But it's also important for us to learn how to do other things like track or cheerleading or, the speech class or even chess. I mean, there are different things that you can do that are available for kids at school. And we just have to make sure that they are looking to participate in something outside of just school. We want them to get good grades. We want them to get A's and B's. Of course, we want that. We want them to kind of figure out what it is they like about school, but we also need to help them to develop not just the book smarts, but interacting in other ways. And so, maybe it's a drama club, maybe they're on the school newspaper. Um, like I said, different sports. And for girls, it's just important for girls to be active in different sports as it is for our guys. And a lot of times we'll push the young guys to get into a sport and not necessarily the girls. But one of the things we're going to talk about tomorrow on my last day is how to promote body positivity. In my opinion, is one of the main ways that we can help our young girls feel good about themselves and their bodies is to see their bodies as strong and able to accomplish things. And that's what sports do. Sports are doing for people. It helps them to see their bodies not just as clothes that they can put on, but as something that can accomplish a goal. If you're on track or you playing softball or even cheerleading, you're developing a skill that you can be proud of, and it keeps you in shape, keeps you active, and makes you more conscious about what you're eating, and it helps you to kind of get into healthy lifestyles in terms of being active and eating certain foods when you are really focused on something that you're accomplishing physically. So making sure our girls are active at school, not just in the books, but just in school activities. Those are ways that we can help our girls to be a little bit more confident. And it's important to keep doing that. We have to start that early. I read one study where they said young girls start feeling self-confident or they get subconscious and really, ashamed of their bodies at young as 9 or 10 years old. So if I remember correctly, that's like 3rd or 4th grade, and that's pretty young. So we're thinking preteens at 8th grade, 7th grade, maybe going into high school. But what a lot of these studies are showing us is that girls are starting to feel, get this negativity about their bodies way earlier than that, 4th and 5th grade. And so that means that we have to start early with enforcing to our girls how important they are, that they're quality, that they are important, and that they're deserving of respect. So that is really what I wanted to talk about today, healthy self-esteem. And I feel that that's important because, how you feel about yourself is how you feel about your body. And you're more inclined to take care of yourself, get your checkups, get in to get your pap smear, get your mammogram, check out when something is abnormal. It's more prone to do that when you feel good about yourself. And when you are really making sure that you're doing okay. And that's what we have to start. We have to start showing and letting our girls know that that's important early. So I find that as a physician, I want my girls to feel confident because then they'll come into the office and see me when there's before there's an issue. Like hopefully we have created a rapport and a relationship so that by the time they've come in and they have a decision they need to make, they feel comfortable doing that. And that's my goal, is to help our girls take care of themselves before that there's a problem. When I see a young girl in my at work and she's pregnant and she's 16, I feel like that's somebody that I should have gotten in contact with 3 or 4 years ago to help them make different decisions for themselves. And so that's why we're all here, to help our young girls make better decisions for themselves so that they are able to, go far in terms of whatever career, whatever business endeavor, whatever it is they choose to do. They have the foundation that helps them to do that. So that is it for today. That was healthy self-esteem. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about how to promote body positivity. Again, those things are important. As a physician, I'm going to tell you, it's important for our girls to have that in play and first lay that foundation, because that helps with them to maintain healthy choices throughout their lives. So we want to keep this conversation together going. I will meet in my group, the Clever Girl, the Courageous Clever Girl Creators. I changed it. It was the Clever Girl Crew, but now it's the Courageous Clever Girl Creators. And that's for the moms, sisters, aunties, dads that have young girls that we're caring about. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to be live and we can kind of further this discussion. If not, be sure to join that group anyway. You can go to my website, Dr. Dawn, Dr. DRDAWNE, OBGYN.com. If you're interested in purchasing the book, it's there. I have different blogs, different things that I'm talking about that you can get information about. And be sure to check me on tomorrow twice. So tomorrow we're going to have day 5 of the mini course, but I'm also going to be talking quickly about the Netflix show QTs. It has had a lot of talk about it, and it really is pertinent to what I'm talking about, is how we need to create young girls that are not overly sexualized, that are proud of their bodies without overly sexualizing them. And so I have not seen the show. I have heard from different people and different people I follow, blogs and things. So I am going to look at it tonight, and I will discuss my thoughts on it and how it pertains to what I'm about tomorrow. So typically I meet on Thursdays, and it will be the same tomorrow. I'll talk about QTs, the Netflix documentary QTs, and I'm meeting tomorrow 12:30 Central Standard Time, and then we're going to meet for the final time for the Clever Girl Life mini course. We're going to be talking about body positivity. So check me out. I always put these videos and run them, so even if you miss it, you can kind of see my commentary. But drop me a line and a comment and tell me what you think if you're able to join me. All right, guys, it's great talking to you. I will see you tomorrow.